Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdette's NewsStand, and I waited a few days to kind of talk about this. I wanted to see everything unfold and kind of document what it, as it unfolded. So I may try the correct information when talking about a rather tricky subject, right? So we're going to talk about, the fact that this Me Too has now come to comics. So you've seen this before, but this is new people, new allegations, new people in Discord servers and private message groups, bashing different people. So let's talk about those people. Now, we had Cameron Stewart. This was a real allegation. There is proof. There is backup. This man was talking to underage girls. You fucked up, dude. But let's talk about the horrible that happened afterwards. Now, I want to talk about G. Wilson. She did a 20-minute video, and it was terrible. Oh my god! I know I can't talk very well, but I feel like I've got rid of the ums and ahs. Like every other sentence, girly, you were it's just. I get it. It's a hard subject. I get it. I'm not going to give her too much shit, but she also did a post, right? Talking about the casting couch and when it comes to comics. So this is going to go two ways, right? Because it's real. Parts of it are real. And then I do want to talk, obviously, about the other stuff that's happened when it comes to professionals and the fact that no burden of truth is even needed anymore, right? It's pretty much just, you make an accusation and you're immediately believed, and that's kind of what we've seen when it comes to Warren Ellis and some of the others. So let's talk about getting into the comic book industry as a female, at least as of 15 years ago. Well, I would say more like 12. When I used to do cosplay, it was something was my end goal. Well, when I heard there was a group of powerful men, the way to get in was usually through them. So men, would buddy up with them, have a great story. Obviously, there's real ways to get in. I'm talking about the short ways. And then for women, flirting, going a little bit further, maybe a little bit further. That's where I stepped out. I was just like, you know what? How about I get my education and become, a nurse and make just as much? So, the casting couch, parts of that are true. Now, you can get in by going through an agent and submitting, stories upon stories, getting, smaller stories published through smaller venues and working your way up. All those things take time. But these women, they want the quick way, right? Everybody wants a little bit quick. So, cons. That's a big issue too. Now, a lot of these people are they're human for one, right? So, a lot of these people are super unprofessional. But it's not just the men, that's the problem. The women are sleeping around too. The women are drinking too. The women are having rampant sex, I guess is the way to put it too. You are seeing it come from both sides. And when it's two consenting adults, I don't get it. If it's two consenting adults, what's the problem, right? So that brings us to Warren Ellis. Now, what it looks like, at least from an outsider's perspective, is very unbelievable, and we'll get that right off the bat. That's what I think. But the fact that these women are going, I have years of emails. Okay, well, that's a problem. You didn't put up boundaries day one. Yeah, you have years of sex emails or sex messaging or whatever it is. Why are you mad? You're two consenting adults. I don't care if they were in their 20s. If you are over 18, I have no problem with it. There has to be a cutoff. You can't say they were vulnerable. Yeah, maybe he took advantage of his power. Maybe. But how many years have women gone through and used their bodies or worse things, their mouths to get ahead in the industry? Come on. You can't honestly say that power is a big deal when women have been doing it for literally years? You can't damn one and not the other. And now we're seeing Warren's the end of his career. And I'm not talking about just Warren. There's other people on that list. I've seen Scott Lobdell was on there. I've heard that name passed around a little bit before, that he was like flirty and stuff. Okay, so what? You're a consenting adult. Women. And then if you're listening and if I've made you mad already, here's the thing. Learn to put up boundaries. Learn to assert yourself. Learn to say no. And learn that if it kills your career by saying no, you made the right decision. You made it. Like, if by saying no, your career is, you're not going to get that promotion or something, then your career wasn't up for that promotion. Then, maybe work through getting that promotion by doing good work. Maybe use your merit instead of your body. So don't give me that power excuse when you've been using your tits all along. Like, I don't buy it. I just won't. And none of these people are saying, he touched me inappropriately. He did this. He did that. No. They are saying, he messaged me. I was uncomfortable. Guess what you do when you're uncomfortable? You say, dude, quit creeping. Goodbye. That is that simple. I won't buy the power aspect when you have done the same thing for years with your body. And I'm not talking every one of these women. I'm talking in generalities, right? So there needs to be a huge code of conduct revision. And I do think that a lot of people in the industry are not taking it as seriously as they should. 15 years ago, not now, 15 years ago, because it wouldn't have gotten to this point if that were the case, right? So what do we need to add to this code of conduct? If you're going to add these limits, on flirty behavior, don't you need to add limits to whisper networks and these things we're seeing pop up even more now? Discord servers and private DM groups and stuff like that. If you're going to limit these office relationships, don't you need to limit drinking at conventions and the way the women are just as bad, letting men do coke off their ass and stuff. Those things need to be limited if you're going to start putting limits on the way men act. There has to be, self-responsibility for both sides. Now, I'm not saying everyone. Obviously, there are a lot of good people out there. There are a lot of good people in comics. There are a lot of creepy people too, but that comes, with industry. It's very weird to look at how, I don't have a better word other than toxic. Something is and still is when I gave up, 12 years ago or so. But it's kind of amazing how, once it's bad, it's always bad. And I think, the code of conduct would be the best way to do it. But you have to have a lot of things, right? You have to have professionalism, obviously felonies, stuff like that. You need to limit office relationships, right? Obviously, we have married couples like Paul, Maddie, and Connor and stuff like that. And I'm not saying you can't date within, but I'm saying when you're at a convention and you're, getting fucked up and you have a one-night stand, there needs to be some sort of limit to that. And if that's the case, then you need to limit, whisper networks too. You need to have a social media regulation. That's a huge thing I've been talking about for nearly 2 years. Nobody listens to. Professionalism. It's a big thing. Oh, wait, isn't that like an alt-right dog whistle? I don't know. I don't know. So, there does obviously need to be exemptions for these, for redemption or for things like this. But at this point, they need to make it, so the burden of proof lies upon the accuser. And not just, I believe all women. It's a very dumb thing to do. It is a very dumb thing to do. We have seen it weaponized over and over and over and over again by women that are terrible. Like, some of them just use it to get people canceled they don't like. Some of them just use it to get people in trouble they don't like. Like, we're even seeing this, I forget the name, from Dark Horse. This woman saying, he stalked me for years. But then you agreed to work with him right after he stalked you for years and drove you crazy. Like, things don't make sense. When they don't make sense, they're probably not true. They're probably trying to weaponize. I think he lost his job. And I don't know as much about that situation, so I could be wrong. I'm just looking at it from, reading one article about it. But when things don't make sense, it's probably because they never made sense. It's probably because they're a lie. It's probably because there's a lot of women out there that have no self-responsibility and are unwilling to wise up to the fact that they're the real reason a lot of them are mad at Warren Ellis is because they didn't get that big career bump, is because he didn't take it to, some big producers, is because they didn't get the advancement in their career, and now they are crying, weaponized Me Too. And it's ridiculous. I think at some point DC needs to, put their shit together, or, comics in general. But at some point, you have to hold women responsible or they will weaponize this. It has already begun. But, I'm the evil one for not believing all women. No, I'm good on that. I've seen women. They're, I'm good. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this Warren Ellis situation. And it's such a shame that he, apologized and said it came from a place of power. And no, dude, you like young goth girls. Yeah, everybody has a type. What's the rules now? Like, I don't know. I don't get it anymore. I don't get it at all anymore. Apparently, Warren is only allowed to date old women. Okay, whatever. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon and subscribe stars. You guys literally make this channel possible. Huge thank you to Cage the Mick, Robert Mick Twiz, Black Knight Fool, Brucey, Chris Z, David L, David Rafford, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Mighty Balls, Mike Buckner, Maizen Barbosa, Ruskar, Ryan Decker, Robert Hoffman, and Doc Holliday. You guys are absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget on the way out to like as always if you enjoy the content and hit subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.